Hey y'all, it's another Gettin Real with Ashleydawn, and you're probably thinking it's a little different kind of look for you, Ashleydawn. Your hair ain't done, your makeup ain't done, you're wearing a hoodie with sunglasses. Like, what are you doing? Are you trying to rob a bank? Like, what's going on? No, I don't believe in stealing, but it is just cozy, and it kind of goes with my thing I want to talk to y'all about. So I was thinking this morning, like, what do the people need? What do the people want? What can bless somebody? What can encourage somebody? Because I've noticed, like, I've done a little research on my channel, and I've noticed that certain videos with certain titles will get more views than other videos and other titles. For instance, I posted a video, and it's a really, really good video. It's probably one of my favorite. And the title I put is When God Says No. That thing has like 12 views. Nobody wanted to watch that one. But if I put, a video about taking your life back, or I put a video about making yourself a priority, or self-care, or anything to do with self, really. Or I put a video about, what's the other one that did really good? I forget, but it did really good, and I'm like, what in the world? Why is this video doing better than this one when they're both really good? Like, I pour my heart out into these videos. So why is this one doing better than that one is? Anyway, I think I've figured it out. It's just like when you're at church and a pastor says something that kind of hits you a little bit, and you're like, ugh, how? Right? We don't want the ows. We don't want the ouches. We don't want really anyone to criticize us or to tell us what to do, because we want to do our own thing. And sometimes when somebody's trying to help us, we don't want no part of that. We don't want anybody to tell us what to do. We don't want anyone to have an opinion on, our life. So I think that's the deal. But anyway, this one is going to be different. This one is going to be the pressure to prove. Pressure to prove. I picked that title because I was thinking about it, and I was like, I'm wearing a hoodie. I don't have any makeup on. My hair is done, but I don't, it's not like flowing and I'm showing it, whatever. And so I was thinking about it, and last night I posted something on my Facebook just about money. And one of the things that I posted was, my bank account's empty, but my life ain't. Like, I may not have no money. I may not have no house. I may not have, a big fancy car. I am thankful for my car, though. I may not have, insert thing here. I may not have a boat. I may not have, all these little toys. I may not have a vacation house in the Hamptons. I may not have, a lake house, whatever. I may not have material possessions. I may not have, this glamorous, luxurious life. But what I do have is a life that I'm proud of. What I do have is a life filled with love and joy and peace. And so I posted that. And I posted it for two reasons. One, to just be grateful for my life. And two, because I feel like a lot of times that Facebook becomes floss book, in that everybody's flossing, everybody's trying to act better than the next guy, everybody's, trying to one-up each other on vacation, like, oh, you went to the beach, well, I went to Key West. Oh, you went to Key West, well, I went to Aruba. Well, oh, you went to Aruba, I went to Fiji. Oh, you went to Fiji, I went to Hawaii. You know what I mean? I just feel like everybody's trying to one-up each other. Oh, you bought a 2-bedroom house, I'm going to buy a 3-bedroom house. Oh, you bought a 3-bedroom house, I'm going to buy a 4-bedroom house. Oh, you bought, a brand new, I'm just looking at a BMW, I bought a brand new Tesla. Oh, you bought a brand new Tesla, I bought a brand new Range Rover. Oh, you bought a brand new Range Rover, I bought, a Lamborghini, whatever. My point is, everyone, at least, not everyone, but a lot of people, generally more people than not, use their Facebook to show like, look at me, look at me, look at me. And it's almost like we're in this imaginary competition where we're trying to prove our worth to people on the internet, and a lot of times to people we don't even know in real life. Like every single day, I probably get, not exaggerating, 20, 25 friend requests from people I have never met in my life. Like never met. We don't have mutual friends. I don't know who they are. And sometimes it's because they see one of my, speaking videos, or they find me on YouTube, or they went to an event that I was a part of. Maybe I did calligraphy for it. Maybe I did photography for it. Whatever. They find me. They friend request me. They want to be my friend. That's great. But a lot of them I've never met. A lot of them I don't even know who they are. I have people all over the country that I've never met. Sometimes people are like, hey, I think you would love this person. And they give me their information, and I find them, and I do love them, and I'm cheering for them, and I'm doing all these things online, but I've never met them in real life. And my point is, a lot of times we're doing things to show people that we don't even know, right? Like the people in my life that know me the most are the ones that I'm closest to. Like my mom knows everything there is to know about me because she's my best friend. My dad knew almost everything there was to know about me because he's my best friend. I love my parents. They're my homies. They know a lot more than a random person off the street would. And my closest, bestest friends know a lot more about me than other people would. My friend Debbie, my friend Robin, they know a lot about me because they spent a lot of time with me. I don't have to prove myself to my mom or dad because they know me. I don't have to prove myself to Robin or Debbie because they know me. The people I have to prove myself to are the people that don't know me. Well, why do you got to prove yourself to them? Because they don't know you. So how do you get rid of the pressure to prove? Well, you let people know you. You let people see you fall. You let people see you struggle, and then they know you. Listen, I've fallen a lot. I've struggled a lot. And the people that were with me when I fell, the people that were with me when I struggled, know me the most. And I know them the most. It's kind of like when you're boiling something in a pot of water, you find out what it's made of after it's, been in the boiling pot for a little while. Like eggs. Eggs harden in water, in boiling water. Pasta softens in boiling water. Potatoes soften in boiling water. Well, was the potato hard when it went in? No. The potato was soft. Was the egg hard when it went in? No. The egg was soft. Was the pasta soft when it went in? No, it was hard. And so you can think what you want about people, but then when they're in boiling water, you find out who they really are. Maybe they go in and they're like pasta, and they seem, tough, and they have a rugged exterior, and you think, wow, they're going to be strong in this. And then you see them crumble. Then you see them fall to mush. Or then, you see somebody really soft and they go in a situation and you're just like, this situation is going to wipe them out. Like, say goodbye now. And they come out of the fire like a phoenix and you're like, what? They were the softest person I ever knew. How did they withstand that? How did they overcome that? Like, what are you talking about? There is no way that they got through that. Well, there's a story in the Bible about some boys, and there was no way that they were going to get through it, right? There was no way that they were going to go through a fiery furnace that was set 7 times hotter than it normally was set, and people still died when it was 7 times hotter. And there was no way they were going to get through it. Guess what? They got through it. Ashleydawn, how'd they get through it? Because there was another in the fire with them, Jesus. The king looks in, or the king's attendants look in, and they say, King, didn't you throw 3 into the fire? And the king says, yeah. And he says, well, I see a fourth. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. And it's like, what? You see a fourth? Who's the fourth one? Jesus. Sometimes the people that seem like they're all hard and they got everything together and nothing can break them down and nothing can tear them down, they're doing things in their own strength. Maybe they're a little self-righteous. Maybe they're a little prideful. Maybe they think they got life figured out. And then life hits them in the face and they fall apart. Well, they didn't have Jesus to lean on. And then you see somebody who is softer than mashed potatoes. Well, sometimes mashed potatoes can be hard. They're softer than yogurt, right? Yogurt's pretty soft. And you see them and they're withstanding all this stuff. And you're like, how in the world? Well, Jesus. How do you overcome the pressure to prove yourself to strangers? You just be who God made you to be, and you rely on Jesus to be everything you're not. I am a flawed person, but I'm a good person. God made me with a heart of gold, and I'm not being, boastful in saying that. He did. His love shines in my life. Without his love, there wouldn't be nothing shiny about me. Be like a cubic zirconian. But I know that when stuff hits the fan, when the water's turned up, when the pot starts to boil, I know who I am. And I know that in my shortcomings and the things that I'm failing at, Jesus is there. And he's filling in all my cracks and all my voids. Oh, there's a little bunny. That's so cute. It's hopping. I know that Jesus has it all. All the stuff I can't carry, he's already carrying. All the stuff I can't figure out, he already has figured out. So I just have to be me. And sometimes that'll be awesome. And sometimes it won't. But he hasn't called me to be anything that I'm not. And guess what? He hasn't called you to be anything you're not either. The pressure to prove, the pressure to be perfect was not put on you by Jesus. And guess what? Those people you're trying to prove yourself to, those people you're trying to appear perfect to, they don't know you. And they don't matter. You don't know them. The people that know you are the ones that matter. And you ain't got to prove yourself to them. You just got to be you. I always tell people, be you, boo. Be you. Like, you just got to be you. The people that will know you and will appreciate you, those are the people you keep around you. And the ones that don't, that's okay. There's somebody else for them. They can move around. I'm telling you right now, you don't have to prove yourself to anybody. You don't have to prove yourself to God. He knows who you are. He created you. Every detail of your personality he created. You just have to be yourself. You don't have to prove yourself to nobody. You don't have to get all dressed up. You don't have to put makeup on. You don't have to, if you're a guy, you don't have to be super buff and have all the muscles and all the money and the house and the car. And you don't have to floss like that. You don't have to pretend and put a mask on and try to make it seem like you got everything together. You don't have to do that. God hasn't called you to be anything other than who you are. And that's enough for him. And if it's enough for him, well, it should be enough for everybody else. And if it ain't, that's their problem. You don't have to prove yourself to people that don't know you. They don't know you. Give them a chance to know the real you. Be yourself and let that be enough for you. I hope this encourages you. That's my only desire for this YouTube, is that it would encourage every single person that watches and that listens. That you would leave feeling encouraged and empowered and refreshed, and you would leave. You would finish watching this and feel inspired to live your best life. That you would feel inspired to chase Jesus even more. That you would feel like you just hugged Jesus. That you would feel seen, celebrated, and loved, because you truly are seen, celebrated, and loved. That's all I got for you. I'll catch you in the next one.